Welcome. Welcome. Just thought we'd take a little bit of a look at the fire. No. No. Yeah, this is my car. I broke down in Hawaii. How's it going, Starling? Yeah, I just wanted to show, I found this little channel called Hawaii Real Estate. It's a pretty good channel, you might want to check them out. I'm just playing some music so I don't get copyright, but I don't think they'd mind this being put out there. I think that's what the goal is. So I'm just going to kind of help facilitate that with my own little twist. I probably could put some volume on here.
I've seen that you need to see. Yeah. Like the first thing you said is you don't believe in all that conspiracy garbage. You need to see stuff with your own eyes, and then you kind of go from there.
Yeah, when you see stuff like this, it makes your head turn sideways like a dog when he, hears that funny sound.
Right. By the way, that day that you were in the wind, you said that you heard some sounds that were similar to a tornado. Tell me a little bit more about that.
6 months ago, there was a really big tornado in Texas, and I was just over 100 yards away from it, and that tornado, our RV was like floating, and I opened the door, and I heard this distinctive sound, and it sounded like almost like a high-rise building on a spin cycle. Just, it was a scary, eerie sound, because it was like, at that time that I heard it, it wasn't a serious wind that I could feel, but it was like it was something that you could just tell it had power behind it. And I heard that same sound the day of the fire when I was directing traffic 3 times.
Yeah.
And it did knock me up against the rail, and I'm 240 pounds, so I was a foot away from the rail, and me and the guy who stand next to just got totally slammed against the guardrail.
Yeah.
And you know, it was, you could almost literally see the wind and the debris spinning.
Well, almost like a tornado or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've been on scene since the moment this thing started. You have a little motorcycle that I know you love, and you've been driving all over the place. I know you're shocking a lot of these brothers. They know you, these guardsmen. And hats off to them. Thank you for their service and what they're doing.
Yeah.
What, if you were to list the top 5 things that you see so far that are kind of fishy, that don't make sense to you, besides obviously the bombshell that we just revealed to the world, any other notes or bullet points that you think were just don't make sense, or that just don't add up?
Well, for the people to hear, you know, because I know there's a lot of internet stuff going on, the communities are being fed, they're given water and food in abundance. There's no lack of.
Okay.
And FEMA was never stopping that, because I heard some stuff about, you know, they were putting a halt to that.
Well, they did block supplies coming in at one point, but anyway.
But not where I was, so I didn't see any of that. I never saw any fire trucks.
Did you see anyone spraying a fire at any time? Any water coming out of the fire truck?
No. And then the police department would just, it was like, you know, they were just running around like chickens, just had no idea what was going on or what to do.
Do you believe, and this is a big question, the police were directing traffic around down power lines?
Yeah. No, they weren't, actually. I was.
You were? Okay. So in your opinion, and I know we love our police, man, and I'm not trying to throw anyone under the bus, right?
It's just,
what is it that the police were doing? Were they just doing how do you explain what they were doing? Is there any explanation?
One of them said that they were following the orders of the chief of the fire department. And I was like, okay. So, because I was trying to ask a question about how they justified routing the residents into the neighborhood where the fire was headed. And he goes, well, it's up to the chief of police. And I go,
chief of police?
Chief of fire department. Yeah, thanks for great.
We heard that he was off island. That's what we've heard. We don't know.
Yeah, so I don't even know, but that's what the cop told me.
That's what the cop told you.
Yeah.
That's the rumor we've heard. Is that the emergency management director was on Oahu. That's confirmed. It didn't play back until the next day or the day after. Chief of the fire department, we were told, was gone, and also the governor was off, not in the state.
I did talk to Hawaiian Electric, and one of the guys, he sounded like a very intelligent guy. He said that the power grid for Lahaina was rated at 60 miles per hour. And their protocol, anytime there's a high wind advisory, protocol is to kill power anytime they hear a high wind advisory that's close to the maximum wind velocity that it can withstand.
Yeah.
And he said that was not met. And he told me to my face.
They never met.
They never. Yeah. He said. Well, it was said that it wasn't turned off. And that, because I asked him, I go, well, it's the termite infestation at the bottom of all the poles that fell. He goes, no. He goes, that doesn't matter. It's the fact that when the wind blows at such a high rate that it causes, this is what he told me, it causes the power lines to sway back and forth, and when they touch, that shorts out the transformer, and it blows the transformer, and blows embers all over the dry grass. And that's what starts the fire.
Right, so the highest point that we could find on aerial imagery was right below the substation on Lahaina Luna. That's the highest point. So if the wind is blowing straight towards the ocean, east to west, then it would make logical sense.
Right,
the highest
especially
point,
if it's running parallel with the wind, yeah.
Correct, the highest point was right
or
below
not
that
parallel, but
substation,
cross.
which is right sort of below the solar field next to Lahaina Luna High School.
Right.
That's the highest point that we could
And
find.
I think we're going up there
We are.
from here, yeah.
So any other things that you saw that day that didn't make any sense? Since that day, besides obviously, if you just joined the live, we are just pointing out a car that is next to a small grass fire over here. You can tell there's pieces that didn't even burn. So not a big raging fire right here. We're right next to the bypass, right below Poco. You can tell all that grass did not burn. Yet we have a car sitting here in plain sight. Incinerated with, what all is melted here in your opinion, that we just shown? We have melted glass.
It'd probably be easier to count what's not melted. Right? The A-arms and the struts are good. Any thick metal. So, and then for some reason the sheet metal withstands high heat. And then, yeah, it's just the frame. The frame and then the sheet metal is the only thing that's left.
And what about in the engine? What melted in there? Should we show them again? Just for people that are just joining live right now.
The intake.
And this is an enclosed area that's harder to heat, right?
Yeah, there's no oxygen in here. Yeah. So all the aluminum, anything aluminum, plastic got melted. Any of the copper, the battery, the lead in the battery, the brake master cylinder, all the you see all the copper is actually still there from the electrical harness, but it's pretty much it's beyond what you call a wildfire.
Yeah. Beyond what even this circumstance, we're completely surrounded by gravel. Take a look at this area. You can see this car standing out here in the middle of this highway, which is still, thank goodness, accessible by the sheriff not allowing us to be here. We couldn't park here with a walk down. But you can see that grass is fine, that grass is fine, and this car has been melted, and the only heat source could have been this grass coming up from here, which is not a lot of fuel. So if you started a little grass fire right here, there's no way in God's green earth you could create this level of destruction. Am I right?
Yeah, just look at the tires. I mean, the tires are...
It's insane. So, okay, so we've got him caught up. For those that just joined the live, this is Donovan. He was in the fire, helping people, turning around traffic like the cops should have been.
Hello.
Back to the north that were coming down from the north. He noticed that they were directing cars that were coming from the north into a neighborhood that subsequently burned, which is a very maze of cul-de-sacs and dead ends. And then the people that were coming from Lahaina town were being squeezed through a choke point on the north end of Front Street, which we have photos that can prove.
Yeah.
So he's a eyewitness, and he took lots and lots of he has lots and lots of memories and some other things that we won't mention that we're going to preserve for all eternity. And if anyone has any suggestions where we should be preserving our digital images, we're already getting reports of people that are losing those images. We are not allowed to go into the burn zone. There's a fence, there's guards, there's guardsmen, there's police, there's sheriffs. We're not allowed to fly over the burn zone. There's a TFR that's still in place. So we need to be able to, as the people of this country, the citizens of the world essentially, need to find out what this is and how this is possible and get some answers to these questions. So anything else? I just got kind of caught up. What are any other things you want to highlight before we stop the live and go to our next location that you're going to show us?
Yeah, I heard.
You're a real American hero right now, in my opinion.
I think we covered most of it.
Most of it? Okay.
Yeah, for now.
All right. So on that note, I just want to end this live saying something that's very important, I believe.
And you can just have a look
I
up
know that it's you. I can read your
to do the damage.
your
and
avatar.
Compare that with other fires.
But yeah, it's crazy, buddy.
You know, it's like, okay, they go, because they always tell that conspiracy theory.
Right.
Hello, sweetie.
Yeah, go look up what the melting points. Yeah, exactly. And then what other fires have done this and what was around them.
Right. But even if they didn't believe that, you can still just logically go a little bit of grass that's burning right there and no fuel around this car whatsoever and nothing coming from that end. How in the world could it create enough fuel to melt this vehicle the way that it has? So now the police have somebody has shown up.
Yeah, we're out of here.
We're out of here.
Okay. We're on our way out, sir.
How's it? Okay.
Thank you for your service, by the way. Good looking out.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
We leave right now. We parked over there. We were told we couldn't park down here.
Yeah,
But-
this whole area, even down there, it's not
So no media or nothing, yeah?
You ever seen anything like this before? Yeah, just open the hood. You want to see under the seat? It's
So the question we're just
the
asking
engine's
is like,
melted.
how could this car get this hot with grass? A little grass fire? It didn't jump. That
There's
grass is
nothing burned
good.
over there.
There's even a bunch of grass down there that's
come
good.
look under the hood.
How could you melt Dude, this is like Star Wars kind of stuff right here.
Yeah, it's,
Hey, Bridget.
the windshield melted over the shifting, the linkage. I mean, it was like, well, 1,220 for aluminum. But in the back, you can see it
But just think
liquefied,
about
so
this
that's
for a
about
second, bro.
1,500.
How could that thing get hot
And
enough
then
from a little bit of
if
grass?
you-
How could
If
that
you see
get so hot
the cast
on a
aluminum
little
on
bit of
top,
grass? It didn't even
that's
burn the
powder.
grass
It's
down
like-
there.
I mean, you can take
In
it
your
actually
brain,
from the-
logically, without knowing any
It's one of
science,
those
nothing
things
about
where you just look
temperature,
and kind of scratch your
you
head
had
and go,
campfires. How could that
You know,
melt aluminum and tires
What-
and
what
steel-braided brake lines when there's nothing
I
around?
mean, and your if you could just
and they
guess,
left it sitting here on the side of this road.
I wasn't here.
well, you don't have to be here. Just look.
No, the thing is, I'm from.
Even if you torch a car, I don't think you can melt aluminum.
Okay, so
That's where the fire was.
if I said I'll give you 10 grand to burn a car like that, what would you need?
I wouldn't even keep the money.
You know what I mean? I mean,
That's you going to jail and me going to
I
jail.
mean, no, but say it's at a tow yard where it's a scrap car, not somebody's car, but you know, like how you know the what's that show where they do, what's that show where they
That's in the burn zone?
where like they do the experiment? That's called where they test everything. It's the red hair guy.
The red roof house, that thing's getting famous.
You know which one I'm talking about? Where they reenact everything just to prove it wrong or prove it right. No, it's like almost like a comedy show. It's a redheaded guy.
I mean, I don't want
I
to
can't
sound like
remember,
I'm crazy,
but-
but I feel like this is like
Well, that's what I meant. It's like
attack.
that's the way I look at stuff.
Because it doesn't make any logical sense. I've got scientists telling me that it's like this breaks science
show
as we know it.
is-
And this one to me,
It's
is the
two
one that
guys
really
that do
stands
the
out
show.
because there's nothing around
I mean,
it.
they do like dart guns and they do. It's like, and they show like clips on Hollywood, and then they prove it that it's like bullshit.
Oh, the Mythbusters.
Yeah, Mythbusters.
We're gonna get out
yeah.
here. We respect you guys.
Yeah, so
Well,
this-
thank you for doing your job.
Oh, you guys
I love
going
the
out?
sheriffs because you guys are sworn to protect the Constitution. So thank you.
Right back to court.
Okay.
Okay.
Good service, bro. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Aloha. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Philip. And Boom, Lum.
Well,
Thank you, sir.
that
Stay
was
safe.
So did you see that? The police were more interested in getting them out of there than trying to figure out what's going on, because they know deep down in that corrupted little brain of theirs that this is wrong. Grounded and pounded. They know this was wrong. And did you see how they act? This is how these people are acting. All of them. Even, and you know, I gotta make it about me all the time, but the guys in the paint store that all gathered around the back, stood there pointing their finger at me, saying I was being rude to customers and assaulting customers. It's the same fucking thing. Now I walk in the store and it's like they don't remember. You know? These cops are doing the same thing. This is Hawaii, this one. But there's similar things going on in Shuswap. Apparently, I had some video earlier where the water was turned off. The RCMP were up there, not to help put out the fires, but to turn people away from helping to put out the fires. Go figure that one. Go figure that. And water was turned off. Who's this, Teal? Hello, Six. And hello, Southern Pecan and Bridget. You're gonna be good tonight. But, yeah, guys, like, this is crazy. This is just, you know, I mean, to me, it's really nothing new. It's not surprising, to tell you the truth. In fact, it's a little interesting to watch other people really wake up to it, because this one was a slap in the face. If you can't at least question this one, well, you're lost. You're absolutely lost. Not to mention, if you do a search where every single but if you do a search of every single one of these little incidents that's going on right now, you'll see that the place that it's happening is scheduled to be a 15-minute city. Pretty much wherever these things are going on, that's what's happening. That's how they're doing it. It's the summer of fire, guys. That's what this is. It's cleansing by fire, right? We're in, I mean, this is unprecedented. It really is. I mean, it's so blatant. And yet, the television programming, do you get it? Television programming that you channel, you change the channel, is so manipulative on every level, on frequency, color, sound. I mean, it's a hassle to get up out of your comfortable seat and go do something, you know? And that's how the plan works, right? You get your enemy so comfortable, so placated, docile. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, that's you see, and that's what I mean. These people have scams on scams, on grifts, on scams. So there's deals on deals, on grifts, on deals. So okay, the main thing is to get the smart cities, you know. But then there's all this collateral equity that they can still farm out. It's like when you demolish a house, well, you want to go in there and rip out all the pipes and everything and salvage everything, right? They're doing the exact same thing. They're going in and, you know, ripping out all the salvageable material. It just happens to be, you know, I don't even want to say it, but you know what I'm talking about, right? So it's the same plan. I mean, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It really is. I mean, I'm sorry I have to say that, but you know, I actually don't, but I know, you know, my wife does. And yeah, and you know, I was adopted, so I kind of have a different look at this. You know, I was saved from being thrown out or whatever, if you want to really get down to it. So, you know, that's why I always champion the underdog, I guess. Deep down, being analytical about the whole fucking thing. But, you know, yeah, man, these people, it's crazy shit. It's, yeah, it is that is kind of a weird question, unless you're gonna back it up, follow it up with a point. So I kind of back Danny on that one, you know. Really. But yeah, that's the ultimate line, though, isn't it? I mean, okay, do what you want to do behind closed doors, whatever. Make a little extra money, be a little corrupt, whatever. But when it comes down to that, that's where the line in the sand has to be drawn, you know, in my opinion. And I don't, you know, but that, to me, it can't go any further than that. That's, you know, that's where it's got to stop. So. That's not gonna happen, Soprano. You know, that won't happen. We're actually in talks about starting an affiliate program together. The Cocky Asshole Show. But yeah, man, so I'll replay a bit of this.
This entire investigation, from what I'm being led to believe, and it just makes logical sense, right?
Yeah, it's almost like there's an incinerator nearby and they just dropped the car off.
Right, so I'm going to turn the camera on what we're walking up on right now. I want you to notice there's a vehicle.
So where the road is on this show, just to kind of let you know, on the other side is where all the rich houses are. This is right where the whole thing stopped. So this was the very tail end of it. So this car, yeah, you know, it might be an idea, buddy. Might be an idea. This car here, that's these guys came across, and it's right before the road, and so the road is the line. Okay, you understand? Or you overstand?
Vehicle that's been here since the beginning. It wasn't dropped off here, obviously.
Look at the chair's not melted.
You can see here there's
it's sitting in the middle.
This is the highest the burn got. Right here. It did not cross the highway. If you look over here, this is the bypass. You can see none of that grass is burned over there. So start to draw some logical conclusions.
Oh, look at.
We're going to show you some more things as we're walking along here.
How did that not
Yeah.
disappear? If
this melted, how did that cone not completely disappear? Because if you look at this vehicle, and I want you to notice the burn, the amount of grass, as you can see, that burned and the char marks. This car is basically completely surrounded by gravel. And you can see a small little flames right here when this grass burned. Yet when you
And you can tell. Hey, you gotta save water somehow. You can tell this isn't CGI. This is just some guy like myself fucking blown, like, and I can even tell by the way this guy is. I haven't done a whole lot of research on his channel, but by the name of it, Hawaii Real Estate, I think he kind of stumbled upon this, you know?
turn and look right in this direction, besides seeing Dylan, my technical cameraman, you can see this car.
But look at this
For all
stuff,
you
guys.
scientists out there that have been sending me images and you're asking me if they're real, I'm here to tell you, in Jesus' name, what we're showing you is real live on YouTube. So if you enjoy content like this, we ask you to please immediately like this, share this, and subscribe to the channel. Why? Because you are our only hope of getting this out to the world through
You
the YouTube
dirty
algorithm.
hippie.
This is a tire that is gone. These are the braids of steel inside the tire. Look at this particular rim. Is it safe to say these are aluminum?
Look at the windshield. What's that?
Are these aluminum?
Yeah, that's cast aluminum wheels.
Look at that.
Cast aluminum wheel. You can see it melted.
And the windshield on the inside.
Look at the windshield. That is a windshield right there that is completely melted.
Look at that shit.
We have some jumper cables in the back of the vehicle. We have some cast aluminum here that's pulverized.
It's just dust.
How is that possible for a grass fire that did not come from this direction? Because you can see there's nothing that's been burned over here. What could cause that type of destruction when you have a grass fire on this side that obviously didn't connect? But even if it was a grass fire,
And it's still only half burned. I mean,
yeah, you can see there's even some grass over here that's still standing. It's not even been burned. So even about down below, directly below this, you can see some wood fence posts that were burned. But
How does it get like that? It's called military industrial complex, Bridget. I thought you were paying attention in the class.
you can see all that grass is still good. So how do you
Yeah.
get this car this hot? In the comments section, I need to hear from you guys. Honestly.
See right here? Okay. If you see right here, over here, all in the back, that's the rich area. This is the road right there. This is where the fire stopped.
Here in the comments section, there's some smart people, and I'm not talking about, I'm talking about some intelligent people out there that understand physics, science, melting points, not the nonsense people. We need to just silence the nonsense for a moment. We need some real scientists and real professors around the world to check in right now and help us understand what phenomenon, right?
yeah, it's an anomaly or whatever you want to call that word.
Right, but this is just one vehicle. This is what we're seeing
What were you thinking?
in all.
Oh, there's the window down there in the middle.
Where's the window?
Down in the.
Oh, you can see the melted window down in the crack.
It just dripped down in there.
It's just
Look at that, guys. That's just
I
craziness.
don't know if the camera's picking that up for you. But I've had people reach out to me from around the world asking for these types of images, detailed images. And by the way, thankful that the sheriffs have left. We asked them if I said, hey, if you guys love your country, allow us to come in here and grab these images. And they've left, and I'm so thankful. And I told the sheriff, said, hey, I'm thankful for you guys because you've sworn to protect the Constitution. You've got more power than anybody in the...
Thank God they left the area.
Thank God they left the area. Yeah, we're so thankful that they did. They had these stern looks on our faces, man, because we're just like, what law
Let me pull up.
prevents us from having access? Why can the media not have access to this? Why is there a fence? Why are there checkpoints? This is melted copper.
Yeah,
Oops.
so what people are familiar with
Thinking
seeing,
about you.
this is how hot it got. This literally destroyed metal, and I mean the spring had no integrity at all. It was just no reason.
You can see this. What do you think this is? Is this a fan? What is that?
The aluminum?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it had aluminum gas tank.
But look at all this. Came all the way
Yeah.
up here.
Yeah, that's not just heating and melting. That's liquefying, which is
You have to come to the principal's
probably
office.
like 1,500 to 2,000 degrees. Look, that looks like a cell phone.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
God, yeah. What do you guys think? Talk to me. Share the video. Call Joe Rogan. Right?
Yeah.
Somebody call somebody
Yeah.
with way more social media clout than I have. And we're not... The Rock. Where's The Rock at? Where's the PGA at? Where's the people at? Where are the people that love this country? They're going to help us solve this mystery and are going to allow us to have access to what they're doing over there. There's still a TFR.
Yeah,
temporary
that's crazy.
flight restriction. Still in place to this day. We cannot fly a drone over that. We've been in touch with the FAA since the first day. We have provided a statement of work on company letterhead saying that we want to get a drone in the sky. Why? Because we want to start watching these hillsides at night for fire. Yes, we might see what they're doing in that town, but we also want to monitor this because we had a fire start up yesterday in Kaanapali. Whatever it is that caused this,
Okay, my IG
we don't know.
is. No,
it's
just
still trying to
kidding.
cause havoc on this island as we speak. So this threat's not over. The story's not
Yeah,
finished.
no, can't be
It is
doing
because God Almighty has allowed us to have this type of access to this piece of evidence right now on the side of this highway that's public.
Hey, we're trying to fight freedom here. Come on.
And the sheriffs were nice enough to leave us alone. They said we couldn't park here, but why is it that the media is not given access? Is there third-party independent oversight to what's going on? Why is the deputy sheriff...
Hey, Jasper, what's up, buddy?
The coroner. There's so many unanswered questions, but I hope that this brings some insight into what we are...
Bridget's dancing on
limited things
tables.
we are able to see right now.
Other than that, we're watching Hawaii.
This does not make sense. Even
This
if I
is a
didn't
car.
know anything about temperature of fires. Any logical person can look at this and go, hey,
Oh
man,
my lord, look.
That road right there is the line where the fire stopped. And right past that road is where the rich houses are. Up over here, over this area is, you know, where the fire came in. But it basically stopped in this area here. In this car, we're looking at this car that is, it's really damaged. I don't know how it got damaged so bad by a little brush fire, but you know. So I just wanted to share it. Yeah.
how did the grass fire cause this car to completely
What, Hawaii or the principal's office?
melt? Look at this look at this motor.
The manifold
Where's the manifold?
right here.
I know, where is it?
Yeah.
It's dust.
And then look at that push pop in there. Completely intact.
What?
Completely intact.
Well, maybe someone came here and had a
They'd have to build that.
I don't know,
Yeah.
it looks like it endured a fire. I don't know.
So this is just it's literally,
That's the battery.
oh gosh,
That's lead.
that is lead.
You already did.
Lead, anyway, I get that off.
Yeah. Might not be damaging now. And here's the glass from the light.
Again, I can't overstate this enough. You guys got to help out right now. We got to get this out to the world.
This is unreal.
Whatever you can do within your power, which is
This-
your little button. If your fingers aren't bleeding by the end of tonight from sharing this type of content, and people that are bringing you the truth, of course, you can give to our fund that we've created so you can keep this type of reporting going and help the people of Maui. It's MauiLFG.org. You can go to that
Yeah,
website
exactly.
if you have a need, if you have a resource, and if you want to give, go to MauiLFG.org.
Exactly,
We're
buddy.
out here every day in the field.
But thank you. I'm very
Honestly,
flattered.
God's calling us to do.
That's sweet.
And here comes the cops. Oh boy. Well, if they arrest us, it's going to be on. We can get a ride from them. Oh my God. No, it's an ambulance. I think we're okay. Okay.
Yeah, this is
The cops do come here though, and they don't. They're not very cool. I'll just kind of fast forward it.
for is actually still.
If we go a little bit of grass that's burning right there, and no fuel around this car whatsoever.
Hey, Southern
and nothing
Pecan,
coming
what's
from
up,
that
buddy?
end, how in the world could it?
Hello,
could enough
Lemonade. Thanks
fuel
for
to
popping
melt
in.
This vehicle the way that it has. So now the police and somebody has shown up.
Yeah, we're out of here.
We're out of here.
Okay. We're on our way out, sir.
How's it? Okay,
Thanks for your service, by the way.
No problem. No
Good
problem.
looking out.
okay, we're good.
Yeah.
We leave right now. We parked over
Yeah,
there.
we're
We were
parked-
told we
we're
couldn't
parked
park
off the
down
road.
here.
Yeah,
But-
so
You see how he says thanks for your service and stuff? And they've already got the videotape? Way to butter them up. I like that. That's using your YouTube pass. It's all good, honey. It's all good.
Oh, and even
Yeah.
even down there,
Oh
media or
no.
nothing, yeah?
You ever see anything like this?
We're out.
Not this bad.
Like, just open the hood. You want to see under the seat? It's